Okay, we all know we wanted this fantasy of ours the moment Lair was introduced in Mega Man and X8. So, here you go. We'll consider this Phase 2 of Make Lair Your Waifu, the marriage phase. Anyways, welcome to part 6 of my hypothetical Fire Emblem Three Houses route, Rainbow Sun. Today, we are going to talk about rescuing Caspar, the son of Leopold von Bergliez, the Minister of Military Affairs, and the boss that accompanies him. You may have seen little snippets of this girl before, but this is Onirio's interpretation of Bias, an Agarthan mage who kind of looks like a little kid. And she's holding a doll. And she's an Agarthan mage. Yeah. He came up with lore, but I'm not sure what it is since Twitter doesn't exist and it was there. But she's the boss of the Caspar level. So, anyways, the party for this part of the battle include Balthus, Catherine, Dimitri, Dedue, Hilda, and Claude. Anyways, before I forget, this is Leopold von Bergliez. As you can see, he's like Caspar but older. Fun fact, both father and son Bergliez are both voiced by Joseph Joestar's young and old incarnations. Also, this battle begins on the 22nd of the lone moon month, and there was much rejoicing. Yay! Anyways, it starts with Leopold. There is a nice word for it. Oh yeah, scolding. Leopold scolding Caspar for his involvement with Edelgard's rebellion, even though he had no idea what he was doing. Then suddenly there was a knock on the door, and Leopold says, "We'll discuss this later." And as soon as Leopold opens the door, he sees a cute little girlie, akin to Dorla Dimple from Cats Don't Dance. She then pulls out a doll who looks like Caspar or his older brother. And she asks, "Excuse me, mister, is this your doll? Does this doll look like your eldest son?" An odd question to ask, but sure, why? Perfect! And then she twists the doll's head by a 135-degree angle. Suddenly, Caspar hears a thud in the other room. And when he opens the door, he discovers his brother's corpse lying on the ground with his head twisted the same way as the doll's head. Father! Caspar, I thought I told you to stay in your room. I'm sorry, Father. It's just our older brother. It's my brother. He's dead. What? It worked! It actually worked! And then the little girl then transforms into her true form. BS! Boom, boom, boom. Dramatic reverb. How do you like my little dolly? In fact, why don't you two stick around? And then Bias proceeds to tie up dolls that look like both Leopold and Caspar. And hang them from a chandelier. Suspending them in midair. Have fun up there. I'm gonna have fun with some new dollies. And with that, our party arrives. He's at Bergliez Manor. And as soon as they open the door, they soon come face to face with Bias. And notice that Caspar and Leopold are suspended in midair. Hi there. I take it you're another one of those Agarthan mages. Yes, indeed. You can call me Bias. Oh, and you otherwise known as the Doll Maker. Because I like making dolls and I like playing with them. What do you think of my latest dollies? This map is to illustrate that the battle takes place at Bergliez Manor. But anyway, Bias manages to summon a whole bunch of soldiers. The thing of it is, they're not Agarthan soldiers. Rather, they're Bergliez military troops. Oops. Being controlled by Bias. And that's the gimmick of this battle. Bias is the only red unit, while the other units are green. Oh, sure, you could kill them. Oh, sure, you could kill them if you want. But it's best to probably leave these guys alive. Especially since they're on a time limit. You see, a messenger from Bergliez Manor went to Randolph's abode and told him to come immediately, unaware that the messenger was being controlled by Bias herself. So you got until 15 turns passed to defeat Bias. Bias, by the way, is a mage, or rather, a warlock, and she has the power to control people like dolls. And controls them against their will. You have until the 15th turn to beat her. And yeah, you could defeat her dolls along the way, but that's where this gimmick comes in. Beating Bias without killing any of the Bergliez troops can grant you some pretty nifty perks, including but not limited to 10,000 gold. 10,000 gold. One of each stat enhancer, one of each Zoltan weapon, and one of each legendary weapon. And another copy of each legendary weapon. And yeah, imagine having 2 Mercurius swords, 2 Parthia bows. Imagine having 2 Mercurius swords, one for any sword unit you wish to have, like a Myrmidon or a Swordmaster. One of each 2 Parthia bows, 2 Gradivus lances, and 2 Haute Claire axes, as well as having Zoltan weapons. Bias would also have unique dialogue with Dedue, and Catherine, and Dimitri. He. As she was the one who sent Agarthan soldiers disguised as Duskrins. And after the battle is over, no, I wanted to play some more. Oh, stage clear. Oh, you guys are no fun at all. I'm gonna get some better dolls to play with. Until then, I'll see you next time. Toodaloo. And as she teleports, she leaves behind the doll of Caspar's brother. Speaking of Caspar, he and Leopold are freed from Bias's control. Well, So you must be Prince Dimitri and Claude of the Alliance, along with Thunder Catherine and Hilda, the little sister of Holst von Goneril. That we are, sir. Thanks for saving our hides. We really owe you one. Brother, you're okay. I'm glad to see you're not hurt. I would reprimand you for being late, but I suppose that's a good thing, considering the fact if you had gotten here, you'd be another one of that little demon girl's puppets. Speaking of puppets, Father, I guess it's finally come down to this. If you're looking for somebody to rescue Edelgard, you'll have to look for Caspar. As for me, I'm going to request for help. You can come along if you wish, but I doubt you're going to like what you're about to see. We are also introduced to Fleche. Oh, and credit goes to a spiritualist for this picture of young Fleche, who is 12 years old at this time. Yeah. She and Randolph are not combatants yet. They will be given the time skip. Anyways, the group heads to the last place they would ever expect. The Brigid Archipelago. The main reason to bring back Petra and make amends. It was Leopold who killed Petra's father, the previous king of Brigid. Now, just her and her grandfather. This plays out similarly to the death of Don Whitehorse from Tales of Vesperia. With Leopold being the Don, and as for his second, well, you'll see for yourself. This is Spencer from Pokemon Emerald. We don't know what Petra's grandfather looks like, but he should look something like this. Anyways, once arriving on Brigid, the group heads to a ceremonial ground where Leopold Bergliez sits as if he's about to commit seppuku. As Leopold von Bergliez has been declared public enemy number 1 by the people of Brigid. To request the aid of, and Leopold has come to come to request aid from Brigid by offering his life. The people of Brigid become uneasy with Leopold's presence. And a straight-out massacre could begin, and at the drop of a hat. They head to the ceremonial ground, where they see Leopold sitting as if he is about to prepare for seppuku, with Petra's grandfather and Petra herself. Wolf standing right next to him. One of the people of Brigid sarcastically thanked him for the death of their king. The group arrives, and Leopold tells Randolph, "You and Fleche take care of Caspar. Oh, and he'll be your superior officer from now on." That Leopold unsheathes a dagger and asks whom amongst the warriors of Brigid would like to be his second. Surprisingly, none of the warriors of Brigid speak up, even though this would be the perfect opportunity for revenge. But suddenly, it would be an honor. That's right. Rather than have the people of Brigid repeat an endless cycle, Caspar decides to needs to end his own father's life. I guess you're stuck doing a job that nobody really wants. I could say the same thing about you, Father. No kidding. I'm really gonna miss you, Caspar. Remember, don't think that your deeds hadn't gone unnoticed. I knew you'd be a man worthy of the Bergliez name someday. With your older brother gone, you're in charge of House Bergliez now. I honestly don't know how to feel about this. How about being thankful for once? But then again, you always were. You never ask for anything but praise. Well, now that you finally got it, how does it feel? A little weird, but considering what I'm about to do, I probably don't deserve it. Right. And one of the Bergliez soldiers yells out, "Leopold!" And he tells him, "Listen up. A new dark age is going to be coming to Fodland. So it's up to you to make it see the light once again." And with that, with those final words, the seppuku ritual commences, with Fleche looking away. And Fleche was not happy. "Caspar, how could you? I hate you! Fleche, wait! Come back!" Oh no. Fleche runs off into the forest. and everyone is worried about her. Caspar, stay here. I'll go after her. Wait, Dimitri. You do not have knowledge of the island. Knowledge of this island. I shall go with you. No, it's best you stay here. 10 to 1 odds. Odds. She won't want to have anything to do with someone from Bridget. Very well. Dimitri runs off, and Petra's grandfather notices this. Dimitri searches high and low, and all of a sudden, he finds Petra. And all of a sudden, he finds Fleche surrounded by wolves. After defeating the wolves, Dimitri extends his hand, but Fleche slaps it off. I don't want to have any. Go away! I don't want to have anything to do with you or anyone else. I want to die. How can you say that? You're only 12 years old. You don't even know how the world. Leave me alone. And all of a sudden, Dimitri and Fleche hear tribal chanting. It's actually coming from Petra's father and his grandfather. Who does a Rafiki and see? With Dimitri he's saying that the old man is confused. I am not the one who is confused. You don't even know who you are. And I suppose you do. Of course, you're Lambert's boy. Bye. You knew my father. Correction, I know your father. Follow me. I'll show you the way. Leads them to a lake. I knew it! You're a loony old man! You're just like all those other savages! Look. You too. Look hard. You see? Lambert lives in you, Dimitri. And then Claude's form will take shape in the form of Lambert. Dimitri, you've forgotten me. No, Father. How could I have forgotten about you? You have forgotten You've forgotten who you are, and as such, you have forgotten me. You and the little girl must stop those who are truly responsible for the tragedy of Dusker. Why should I? Because it's what I want it. No, not an order, but rather a request from the dearly departed. Brother? You must remember who you are. Edelgard is suffering. Are you really going to abandon her? No, I never abandoned the Emperor. Then you two know what you have to do. Remember, my son. A Blathid always helps those in need. What was that? And then Petra's grandfather takes his stick and whacks both Fleche and Dimitri on the head. What was that for? It doesn't matter. It's in the past. It still hurts, though. Yes, the past does hurt. But the way I see it, you can either run from it, or you could learn from it. I really hurt Caspar's feelings, didn't I? Yes, you did. He was really worried about you. If anything were to happen to you on his watch, he'd never forgive himself. I'm sorry I called you a savage, and I'm sorry for acting out the way I did. It is all right, young one. Most of the warriors of Brigid would have... But the cycle of hatred must have an end. Now, do you promise that you'll be able to protect Caspar and his friends? I promise. Then all is good. Your Highness, can you give me a piggyback ride all the way back? Of course. And then Dimitri piggybacks Fleche all the way back to the ceremonial grounds. They stay the night, and the next morning, they depart. Hurt. So now, not only are Caspar and Petra playable again, we also get Fleche and Randolph. Oof. And as for Edelgard, the hallucinations begin to take their toll. I'm not going to let this get to me. I'm not going to let this get to me. I'm not going to let this get to me. Edelgard. Edelgard. It's beginning to get to me. That's right, beast. Wallow in the despair of knowing that you could have saved them. For soon you will be all alone. Your destiny away. Your destiny and your doom awaits. Knowing that you failed. Edelgard is shown one more vision. The vision of her future. As she stumbles upon a graveyard. Graveyard of every part of the name, and on the tombstones are the names of everyone in Fodlan who had died. This was what ultimately breaks her. No! In the next part, we rescue the last of the Adrestian nobles with the rest of the party. This is Peter Tilton signing off.